like, how is this happening? I was freaking out. I had a heart attack. How does this man know this information? Why, hello there. So, you guys can probably already tell by the title what this video is going to be about. I decided to make a story time about this situation that happened to me because it was just so unexpected and so crazy. But before I get into my story, I wanted to share with you guys that I am doing a giveaway. It's getting closer to Christmas, which is one of my favorite times of the year, and to celebrate the holiday spirit and to also give back to you guys, I'm going to be doing a giveaway with Jord watches. I'm really excited about this for you guys because I've always wanted a really big, beautiful statement watch. I am very happy with this watch that they sent me, so I figured it would be nice for you guys to get one as well. All you guys have to do to enter is click on the link in the description box, fill in your name and your email address, and it's as simple as that. And as soon as you enter the giveaway, you will be emailed with a 25% to 40% discount code, so even if you don't win the giveaway, you'll still get something. I'm definitely a big fan of my watch so far. It's very ostentatious, which is perfect for me. So be sure to check out the giveaway down in the description box, and now on to my story. So I've worked with a lot of photographers, and the way that I usually met most of them is online. A lot of them tend to be older men. And I know they don't mean it this way, but it comes across very creepy when they ask to friend me on Facebook or get my number. So what I usually do is I tell them, just message me on Facebook. That way we can still talk about ideas, whatever you want to talk about, but I don't need you to see all my information and my personal photos and everything like that. So about a year ago, I was talking to this photographer. He saw my work that I posted on like a photography page where I was looking for someone to do a shoot with. And he said, wow, I really love your look. You look beautiful. Let's work together. I was like, okay, sure. So we talked about a couple different ideas, but we never ended up actually working together. So I saw that he friend requested me about a week ago, my personal Facebook, mind you. I have a Facebook page that I kind of reserve for my modeling and everything like that, but I saw that he friend requested me. And I was like, okay. Again, for the reasons I mentioned, a little creepy. So I messaged him and said, look, this is nothing personal. I just don't feel comfortable being friends with people that I've never met on Facebook, number one. And two, if you want to talk about ideas, feel free to message me, we can figure stuff out that way. And he was like, okay, that's fine, no worries. So we ended the conversation with, well, if you ever want to work together, just let me know. I was like, okay, that's good. So a couple of days later, I saw that I got an email saying that so-and-so had shared a Dropbox with me. So let's say his initials are JC. So I got an email saying that JC shared a Dropbox with you. So I was like, okay, interesting. I didn't really question how he got my email because I have it out there for people to email me on Instagram for collaborations. I have it here on YouTube. So I figured, let me click and see what he's put in this folder. And I click and there's nothing there. It's an empty folder. And we're the only people that are able to see the folder. And I was like, all right, that's kind of odd, but again, I'll wait to see if he messages me and tells me what's up or if he adds anything to the folder. Didn't think anything of it. A couple days later, so-and-so added some files to the folder. Okay, maybe he added some pictures of his work that he wanted me to see, or he added some kind of a contract. Some photographers want to have you sign a contract before working with them just to make sure that you don't go around selling their photos or something like that. So I figured, okay, normal routine, that's fine. So I look and see, I click on the Dropbox file, and I see that it's my full name, the 3 PDFs that are in this folder, and each one has my name, Heather so-and-so 2014, Heather so-and-so 2015, and Heather so-and-so 2016. What? I never put my real name out there in anything that I do. I've been very clear to photographers that I've worked with, to any makeup companies that I've worked with. My name is Heather Blood, and I'd prefer to keep it that way because I've been stalked before and people have tried to find out where I work and where I live, and it's very scary. So that was the first thing that really freaked me out. I was like, what? How? That's my full legal name. How does this man know this information, first of all? So I was like, okay, so I figured, let me click and see what this is all about. So I clicked on the latest one, which is 2016, and it's a tax form. I was like, okay, that's weird. Does this man want me to work for him or something? So I go through, and it looks like a form that your employer would have you fill out for some reason for taxes. And I'm going through and I'm saying, okay, this is really strange. No notes or anything to explain why he's sending this to me. And I keep going and I see not only my full name, my social security number, my address, and where I've worked from when I first started working in high school up to my job where I have now. Holy like, how is this happening? I don't understand. Is this information available to the public? Did he pay someone to have this information? I was freaking out. I had a heart attack. I was like, oh my goodness, this is insane. So I was just kind of sitting there looking at it like, what do I do? How did he get this information? What? So I was sitting there like, okay, I need to calm down. What am I gonna do? First of all, what am I going to do? So I took a deep breath and I messaged my boyfriend. I said, Jesse, this photographer, he's really creepy. He has all of my personal information. He has my social security. He has my name, my address, where I've worked for the last how many years. And I was like shaking. I was like, what do I do? Like, I don't know. I've never had this happen to me. Is this possible? How did he get this information? So Jesse's like, that is really creepy. First of all, stay far away from him. Don't work with him, obviously. And second, if you can, find out how he got this information. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So I messaged the photographer on Facebook saying, excuse me, I would like very much to know how you got my full name and my social security number. And I was waiting for a response, but he didn't respond. I was like, great, now he's gonna ignore me. So then this photographer and I are part of a group, so I messaged the kind of coordinator of that group saying, look, I'm sorry to bother you, but this photographer just sent me something in Dropbox, which I'm very disturbed. He knows all my personal information, including my social security number, which no one should know. And I'm at a bit of a loss. Like, what do I do? So I waited for her to respond, and I was still talking to my boyfriend and scrolling through, like, and all three of the files were identical. They were all tax forms. They had my name, my social, my everything, and I couldn't believe my eyes. It was insane. I was like, how does this person that I've never met, don't even know what he looks like, have all this information on me? Like, did he pay someone? Is he trying to blackmail me? Then I scrolled all the way down to the bottom of the document. And I saw that, let's say again, initials JC. But it was the full name. I was like, why does that name sound so familiar to me? And I looked at this person's name on Facebook thinking it was a little different. I was like, wait, maybe this isn't the same person, but how can that be? It was the same initials, but the last name was a little different. So I was like, wait, is this not the same person? So I looked, and then I realized that I was an idiot. This photographer had the exact same first name and initials as the guy who does my taxes. So it was not this photographer sending me this information, it was the guy who does my taxes. Then I felt like the world's biggest idiot. So then, of course, I messaged the photographer, I messaged my boyfriend, I messaged the person who was running the group. Everything's fine. I'm so sorry to have bothered you. It was my mistake. It was a complete mix-up. This was not from the photographer. It was from the man who does my taxes, which makes sense because who else would be sending me tax forms with my name? I gave myself a heart attack. I really did. I legitimately thought this photographer had all this information. Thank goodness it was just a mistake on my part because that would have been insanely scary. So they all messaged me back saying, oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad to hear that. Everything's good then. Great. Yay. And the photographer was like, that's great because I had no idea what you were talking about. So that is the most embarrassing thing that has happened to me recently, where I accidentally mistook my what do you call them? Tax man? Tax person? So I mistook him for this photographer who wanted to work with me. This is why I never give out my last name, my address to anyone other than makeup companies that want to work with me and that I know and trust, because if someone gets your personal information, that is the scariest thing in the world, and I would never want to go through that. They could blackmail you, they could steal your identity, anything goes, so it's crazy. So that is my story time for now, but be sure to check out the giveaway. It would be awesome if you guys could get a free watch for Christmas, and I highly recommend Jord watches. They are beautiful, high quality watches. I'm a big fan of mine. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!